hard to be in prison so long for something that you didn't do.
The work that we did in the first season can shine a light on abuses in the criminal justice system. In season 2, we're exploring 3 new cases, and we uncover shocking new evidence.
From the Starz Network comes season 2 of Wrong Man, a 6-part miniseries that showcases 3 inmates who've been incarcerated for the wrong reasons. And joining me right now is civil rights attorney Ronald Kuby and showrunner Catharine Park. Good morning.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Well, the old adage that everyone in jail claims to be innocent, and your show actually proves that statement to be true sometimes.
You know, it's funny because that is a sort of a standard trope. When people go in, they all say they're innocent. Although most of the people who are actually in know who's innocent and who isn't. And it's sort of from that pool of people that Catharine and the others have selected 3 cases again for season 2 to really do an archaeological excavation of their convictions, how they got convicted, why, what went right, what went wrong, what was done incorrectly, and what needs to be done now.
So tell me about the process of which cases to feature on this series. I'm sure there's no shortage of applicants.
Well, there are, many cases of possible wrongful conviction throughout the United States. But as television producers, we need to find ones where we can have access to, for example, the discovery files that a defense attorney would have, so that we can examine the evidence. Look at the crime scene footage, the court testimony, forensic evidence, so that we have something to re-examine, and that's the key. And sometimes we don't get that. So even if there is a great case, we may not be able to produce it because we don't have that access.
Now, after the first season of Wrong Man aired, I'm sure you had plenty of letters from people asking for help, for family members or loved ones that are incarcerated that claim to be innocent.
Yes. After the first season, there were many letters sent to Joe Berlinger, who is the creator of Wrong Man and the executive producer and director.
So, Ron, you don't do this alone. Tell me about your team of investigators.
Well, that's kind of the most wonderful part for me about actually working on the show. I'm a criminal defense lawyer by vocation. I've been doing this for 36 years. We have a Detroit homicide detective working with us. We have a former state's attorney, and we also have an old Fed who used to do cold cases. And we all come at the evidence from different perspectives in different ways. We're not playing devil's advocate for the sake of television. The discussions and the arguments, actually, that you'll see on the show mirror the type of arguments that I have in my own practice with my own team when we're looking at a case of possible wrongful conviction. So it's fascinating stuff, and it's made all the better by the fact that we were given access to resources, experts, investigators, forensic scientists that these defendants never had when they actually were on trial.
Now, after the first season aired of Wrong Man, the result was it had a real-world impact, didn't it?
It really did, and that's very meaningful to us. For example, in the Evarista Salas Jr. case, he was convicted at the age of 16. He did not come from a family of wealth and did not have an attorney, spent decades in prison, and through the show was able to obtain a pro bono lawyer who is going to be filing a motion for a new trial for Evarista.
And that motion is based entirely on evidence that our team found, collected, and developed. So that's a particular point of pride. In yet another case, the defendant was ultimately completely exonerated by DNA. We helped showcase that, but everybody knew by the end of our show, and really in that particular case, that sooner or later they were going to match the unmatched DNA, and this young man would go free. It came early in the show, but late in the life of the young man. And last, we helped to expose the injustices around the Curtis Flowers case in Winona, Mississippi. His death penalty was overturned. He's getting ready for a possible 7th trial, and we helped collect evidence that may aid his defense lawyers if they go forward. So yeah, there is a real sense that we're not just making good television, we're doing good stuff in the real world.
Well, congratulations on season 2 of Wrong Man. You're doing so much good. And when you have a chance, come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Thanks so much.
Find us an innocent murderer, okay?
I'll take a look. I'm sure we have some here in Las Vegas. Thanks again, and congratulations on season 2.
Thanks so much.
This is a man's life on the line.
Things are not always as they appear.
If he's innocent, you need to get him out.
You can catch season 2 of Wrong Man on the Starz Network. And for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfromcritic.com. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.